So today's topic may have some of you questioning whether I've in fact lost my mind, and in some ways I don't think that's such a bad thing, particularly when we're talking about the thinking mind. When you begin to experience the thinking mind as this autonomous, separate program from who you actually are, you realize that the thinking mind has always been the judge and jury of what is real. Like I did in that video a while back about the Velveteen Rabbit. What a profound philosophical question to ask what is real. And then who gets to be the judge and the jury and say what is real? Well, from the thinking mind's perspective, the only thing the thinking mind believes is real is the processing of the thinking mind. And so it trivializes everything from emotions to sensations to, in particular, for this video, dreams. And so the modern cognitive science take on dreams is that we process information during the day. Much of it gets deemed useless. And so during our sleep, we purge all this and delete all of it. And so a bunch of random images come up through the night. And then in the morning, we just impose some kind of meaning on this. So you couldn't trivialize something more than the modern cognitive science interpretation of dream processes. But that's the thing about the thinking mind. It trivializes and considers silly or irrational anything that doesn't come from itself. And so the more you start to dissociate or lose your mind, the more you realize that the thinking world is as strange and odd as the worlds that it is trivializing. And so I may end up doing a series on this, all the things that the thinking mind trivializes, because I have a very rich dream life. I enjoy getting up in the morning and talking about dreams like Freud and Jung used to do. But we have to remember, like when we get up and then we start to impose, the thinking mind gets back online and it's imposing its reality on the dream world. So it's saying, hey, look, of course I've had these dreams, but these dreams are just reflections of things I need to work on. So the dream interpretation is clearly an interpretation from the thinking mind's perspective. But what about prophetic dreams? And really to get at the core of what this video is about, I mean, how do we know with any absolute certitude that the dream world isn't just another reality? Now, again, that's the thing when we start to dissociate from the thinking mind. The thinking mind will jump in really quick with a skeptical kind of, that sounds bizarre and too bizarre for me to ever digest as taking seriously. But what is so strange about that? I mean, the dream world, it has a certain logic to it. The logic is nothing like the logic of the thinking mind. But it's literally, what if the rules of physics changed? What if we didn't process things in a linear fashion? That's the thing about dreams. There's no coherent logic to it. I mean, a person might be a stranger, but they're your best friend, and then you're in this one room, but it's also this other room, and that's the thing about the thinking mind, though. It has this drive for consistency, and so it insists that there must be, that's the thing about this one, like Newtonian physics. It must be consistent. Then we cracked this open into the subatomic realm, and we figured out a world of things that seem far more like our dream reality than the thinking mind's reality. And so just to ponder a question to you, I mean, what absolute proof do you have that these dreams, that when we're in them, seem absolutely, completely as real as this reality does? How do we know that they're not real?